Hello everyone and welcome to week 2 where we are going to be introducing lifespan development. With this is the basics of lifespan development, kind of giving you a crash course, so to speak, of lifespan. So it's got a lot of information in one, though things that you learned this week we're going to actually go over throughout the semester. So again, it just kind of gives you the basics, it kind of gives you the framework. But also for this week you're going to be learning about research. Research is very important. It's kind of one of those things that helps us know who we are, what we are, where we came from in terms of psychology. So research is still fairly new and it's always being improved. Old research can be improved upon. You know, someone may not agree with someone else's results from the research, or maybe it's ethical issues. So we've always wanted to improve on that as well. So for this week, you're going to summarize a research article. It's a little less in depth than research can be. Research can be very in depth. But for this one, I just wanted you to get an idea of how research is. So research follows a guideline, which is APA, the American Psychological Association. They have their own format. Also, if you have taken a higher or an upper level English, maybe English 4 or an English out here, you'll know that you used MLA format, which is fine. But again, just for the purpose of biology, psychology, criminology, any of those, we use the APA format. I'm also going to give you a website that will help you if you get kind of, confused or lost and you need to look back on something, just to kind of see again, am I doing this right? And always, during the week, we have 7 days, 6.5 because, your assignments are due on Sundays, but you have about 6.5 days where if you're confused about something or need further clarification, you can always email me and reach out to me and ask me, say, hey, am I doing this correctly? I want to make sure that, I'm going to get the correct, paper sent into you so that I'll get a good grade. Because one thing you want to know is that if you submit this paper, once you submit an assignment, it's final. I go ahead and I grade it and there's no redos. So again, if you have questions, ask them before you submit the final assignment. So for this one here, I've given you several choices of articles. They should be fairly easy. They should answer the questions that are being asked of you here in this section. You're going to find the methods, the participants, the results or conclusions, and also a hypothesis if it was stated in the research. So if you look through the research and you find that not all of this information was found, don't just leave it out and then don't just, say, oh, I couldn't find it or it didn't have it. Kind of give me a professional response saying, throughout the research, there were no participants, which there should be participants, but I'm just using it as an example. Or just say, there was not a hypothesis stated in the research, but you can say, but I think the hypothesis might have been this. You have to give me an answer even if there is not one to answer this question. So then you're going to critique your article. It's going to go beyond a simple summary. You're going to provide a critical analysis of the information, which uses all of the information that we have learned this week in the chapters. I want your responses to be well detailed. Don't just give me one word or one sentence answers. I want this detailed. You're going to cite your sources again, as I said. I want this to be a close as possible to professional paper. I want it to be double spaced. You can use 12-point font. It has to be typed. Please do not handwrite it. And also, again, questions, you need to ask them just so I'll be sure, you'll be sure that we're all on the same page. So again, research, you'll have it in here to learn about the different, again, methods, participants, stuff like that. It is covered in this week's chapter. So the page that I want to show you is called Purdue University. And what they do is they have their own writing lab, so to speak. And they show you how to do everything. So as you see up here, you have general writing. So you can use this website for anything other than my course. I mean, if you have other papers you have to write, or if you just have questions, you can always come here. So they have made this site for their students at Purdue University that can use this, but they have also made it available to others, and it is very well known. So the information that you get here, you can make sure that it's going to be the most current, up to date, and it's correct, and it follows the APA and the MLA guidelines. Again, it shows you just general writing, research and citations, avoiding plagiarism. If you are unsure, I want you to read this page here. Again, if something is submitted to me and it is copied from the website, if it looks like anything that I need to be concerned about, I will copy it and paste it into the web page to see, and then I will respond back to you to let you know what you did wrong, and you receive a 0 for that exercise, for that assignment. So again, also, it actually gives you a generator that will actually generate your source automatically in an APA format. So it's very important. So if we wanted to choose, let's say, let's go to Science Daily. I want to look up the latest news. So let's just say here is fossil discovery. So I want to use this page in my research. Well, luckily for y'all, I believe it shows you here, you actually have the story source. So you could copy that and paste it into your assignment. Yes, you can copy and paste the citation. So it gives you this here. And it also gives you the MLA format or the APA. APA is what you want to use for here. And all of your sites for this week, the websites, should come from this site here. So you have a citation for the page. So try to make it simple, because I know, again, research is not always that cut and dry. But you're learning the basics of it. So again, you can just copy and paste this, and you can post it into your document. But if we were going to do it the old school way, what you would do is you would say, this is the website that I want to use, and you would copy the URL from above. And then you put it in your generator, and you cite it. So then it pulls up the actual citation, and you can click Cite and copy it into your document as well. So again, if you are confused, you can look here, and it gives you tips and tricks, how to prevent plagiarism, what is plagiarism, what is Citation Machine Plus. So again, if you've never written a paper and you're confused or you have questions, check here first on the Purdue OWL website. And if you're still confused, or you just, maybe the site doesn't make sense to you, shoot me an email, please. Always ask if you're unsure. So hopefully this sheds a little bit more light, makes it a little less daunting for this week's assignment. And we are learning nurture nature, so that's what all of your articles are based on, is the ever popular debate of, is it nature or is it nurture that makes us who we are or how we act with other people. So I wish you luck and have a great week.